Inravio.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live episode of the Weekly Show. How are
On
you?
Inravio TV network, yes, broadcasting live from New York City. Good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
What's new? I am Chuck.
Bonnie.
Bonnie. So, how was your weekend?
My weekend.
Anything notable?
No,
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 absolutely nothing.
no. It was
Just busy.
It was a Daytona 500.
Yes, the Daytona 500 is
The
big.
problem with the Daytona 500, because I'm not a super incredible racing fan, is unlike the Super Bowl, there are no really cool commercials.
Yes. Well, there are a couple of good ones you got to look
Yeah,
for.
but it's not like the Super Bowl where
No,
like
not
all
like-
of them
Not like
are
the Super
supposed to be
Bowl,
super
all
cool.
of them are special.
Yeah.
But you know what? You didn't really miss that from the Super Bowl this year because there really wasn't that much
No, there wasn't that
special
much.
commercials. So.
Do you know, what is your favorite NASCAR commercial? I still remember this one. This is still my favorite.
I don't know.
You don't have a favorite
A
commercial?
favorite one? Anything with Dale Earnhardt Sr. in it.
Oh, okay. No, my favorite one, this is terrible. My favorite one is the Matt Martin, no, not Matt, no, what is his name? Mark Martin. Mark Martin.
Mark Martin.
Mark Martin commercial when he was being sponsored by Viagra.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know if most people caught it, but he was like squatting down at the back end of the car and it said, over the wheel well, it said Viagra. Okay?
Sure.
And he was talking about erectile dysfunction, blah, blah, blah. And as he says Viagra, he stands up like he's getting erect. I know that the planning people, the PR people for Viagra did it on purpose.
You
I
think
know
they
they
did?
Absolutely.
You really think they did?
Absolutely. It was subliminal messaging to make you think that Viagra is going to make you up like a man. And I don't think anybody else caught it because I heard no jokes about it whatsoever. But I know that's what they were doing.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. And that because I caught the subliminal message and I thought it was funny, that is my favorite NASCAR commercial.
Well, I think the most important part of the Daytona 500 this year was personal gratification, not only for us, but also for the crew. Denny Hamlin, the number 11 FedEx car, won the Daytona 500, which is, in racing, that is the race you want to win. Like Joe says, that's the Super Bowl of racing that they put in the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. But when you and the momentum that you get coming off a win like that, it's just awesome. And that's, of course, every race driver, every crew member, that's the race that you dream about winning or being part of winning. And actually, when we used to race back in the day, we had the Village Music Shop and Ravio Ultimate Media race car back in the day. One of our crew members, John Farino, who happens to be a crew member on Denny Hamlin's car, and that's where he started. He started with us. We taught him, pretty much everything he needed to know about racing to get him going. And he's, it still
And then
hasn't
we
sunk
told
in.
him, go, follow your dream.
Follow your dream, and
And
he
he
went
did.
down. He went down to Charlotte, North Carolina, and he did exactly
followed
what I
your
told
dream,
him.
too.
He followed my dream too. Yes,
Yes.
and
And
I'm
he
proud of him.
snatched it and you didn't.
You know what? I'm proud of him.
Good.
He can live that life. There's a lot that he can do,
And he gets TV time.
he loves it.
And he
And
looks
that's
very
good.
happy whenever I see him
He
on the
does.
TV.
Yeah, he's been down there for almost 20 years now.
God.
And we've got other people that have worked. Tommy Ryan, who Tommy Ryan is working with the 24, and Ron Thiel, who actually built one of our cars. He's working with the 24, and Tony Urbina, who we know him as well, and it's a lot of guys. Tony's working with Penske, and it's a lot of our friends down there. So awesome job. That's really Daytona 500.
And
That's
keeping
great.
with excitement,
And we can't forget about the crew chief. The crew chief, by the way, he didn't work with us, but he is from Long Island here, and he worked at our local racetrack here as well, and that's very awesome for him. Wheeler. Very, very awesome for him. Right from Southold, right out here.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah, yep, local guy, and he was the crew chief. So yeah, we've got a lot of Long Island guys on there. Awesome. Good job. Kudos. So what do we got?
Well, do you know what today is? Today's
yeah.
a very special day
Today
in
is
my
the hump
life.
day. It's the weekly show day.
No.
This is a very special day because it's the hump day.
Yeah, no, this is something else.
The weekly show is on. Stop everything that
you
you're doing and come right to the weekly show. That's what you need to do. That's what it's all
Where
about.
I will tell you what the great day of is, what it is. It's a special day for me.
It's the day after Tuesday.
No. Yes, but no.
It's National Chip Day.
Yes, it's National Tortilla Chip Day. It is.
It is. This
My
is
favorite snack.
This is like your Sunday.
That's right.
This is your Christmas.
Yes, this is my Valhalla. So I got a little bit of tortilla trivia for you.
All right, go ahead.
Because, I thought it would be fun.
Go ahead.
Did you know that corn tortillas actually date back to approximately 10,000 BC?
BC, before
BC,
Christ.
yes.
You mean to tell me that Jesus at the Last Supper had a bowl of corn chips and some salsa? And
I
he was
didn't say
chowing
chips,
down?
I said tortillas. Tortillas.
Tortillas. Okay.
Yes, they didn't actually make chips until much later, but corn tortillas actually were in existence, were being eaten 10,000 BC, so 12,000 years ago.
Okay. Well, that's a long time ago.
Incredible, yes. But
Wow.
the triangle shape, did you ever think about that? Why did they make tortilla chips triangles?
Yes.
Well, I know.
I know why they make it triangles.
Why?
Because if Jesus was having the chips at the Last Supper, he's like, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's the Trinity.
It's a cute idea, but no, that's not
No,
it.
that's not it.
No, that's not it.
Here I thought I had a nice plug there.
Yeah, you did. You did. That was a great idea, but no, that wasn't it. Actually, the triangle shape was adopted to make use of the reject tortillas, the little ones that kind of came out of the machine that weren't really round. The lady who owned the place, Rebecca Webb Carranza, actually cut them up into little triangles to use those and not waste.
So in other words, if you're cutting them out of a sheet, you can get all the triangles out of a sheet, but the circles, you had a lot of waste.
Well, there was that. But no, the tortillas were round in the machine. It was
Yeah.
a mass-produced machine. And sometimes they were like not be right. So she made them into little wedges and triangles and whatever. And that's where they came from.
That's what it came.
Yes. And to recognize her, she actually received the Golden Tortilla Award for her
There is
contribution.
such a thing?
Yes, the Golden Tortilla Award for her contribution to the Mexican food industry. She got that in 1994.
Really? This is what I think. I am gonna nominate you for the Golden Tortilla Award because I think you single-handedly have kept that industry alive over the last 40 years, whatever.
You could be right. You could be right. Or I have definitely made a difference.
large contribution
That's right. I
to
made
the
a difference.
tortilla industry that we know here today.
I
And
should
so
own
you can
stock.
thank, Bonnie for keeping tortillas alive, Taco Bell, salsa. I mean,
That's right.
she's really stepped it up.
I love
mean,
my Mexican food.
She did. She stepped it up and made sure that nobody went to sleep without a tortilla under their nose.
Yeah, something like that. It's true. What can I say? All right. So you ready to get to it?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Tonight we got a great show. We're going to cover our regular dopey criminals, some awe, as in awe,
Nice.
inspiring cuteness, and lots more. So stay right where you are. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Chris Les Jake, and if Inravio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
Village Music Shop of Mastic. 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Your full-service store with personalized attention, school band instrument rentals and sales, music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups, for guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Inravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
Welcome back. What?
So what insanity do you have for us today? Have you found?
Oh, lots. We're going to start the show today with my favorite, stupid news. So, a village in India imposed a ban on unmarried women and minor girls from owning cell phones. Women found in violation of this ban will be fined about $30, while the person who reported the offense will receive a reward of almost $3. Sounds like it's out of proportion there. Village leader Devshi Vankar says, "Why do girls need cell phones? The internet is a waste of time and money for a middle-class community like us. Girls should better utilize their time for study and other works." Villagers reportedly agreed with the decision, as cell phones were viewed as tools used by young people to leave their homes and elope. Girls are allowed to use cell phones at home with the supervision of their parents, and women attending college are completely exempt from the ban because, according to Vankar, college girls are mature enough to differentiate between good and bad. I'm thinking this town doesn't know anything about much of anything.
Well, I think that's a good place to make some bucks, so I can go there and just start pointing them all out. I'll hit them with a paint gun so you know which ones you can go ahead and collect. And then just write me a check at the end of the week. And to follow this up, do you know any college girls that can differentiate between right and wrong?
No.
Good and bad?
No. And
that's why there's tapes called Girls Gone Wild.
Well, yeah. And I don't know a single person, girl or guy, who has used their cell phone exclusively to elope.
Well, I think the, dating and getting, hooked up, if you will, on the cell phone is a lot more, than you used to do without cell phones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden you get a little ding. That means there's somebody around the corner and you can, meet for lunch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes. All right. Well, this next story is just for you.
All right.
Yeah,
well, here's a name you can really sink your teeth into. Bacon Double Cheeseburger. This 33-year-old was once known as Simon Smith, but he since legally changed his name to this fast food favorite and proudly signs his name BD Cheeseburger. After a night at the pub, Mr. Cheeseburger's friends got him to go in on a stunt to change his name to the Burger King favorite, which he says was the first thing that popped into his mind. He was quoted as saying, "It was largely the most ridiculous thing we could think of. My friends were quite supportive of anything that makes me look silly, as good friends are." No, good friends are not. He followed through sending his name change application to the UK Deed Poll Service. When the forms to sign, making the name change officially showed up in the mail a few weeks later, he was drinking with his friends again.
Surprise.
Go figure. The rest is history. Cheeseburger says he has no regrets at all because he doesn't want to admit it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, come on, please. Though you don't call those friends first off if they let you go through with it. You can always joke around, hey, change your name to Big Mac. But at the same token, come on. These are supposed to be your friends.
Exactly.
They're supposed to stop you from doing stupid things that are going to last the rest of your life.
Yes, but then again, they were drinking when they proposed it. He was drinking
First
when
mistake.
the forms came.
Second mistake.
I'm thinking
you're drinking too much.
Yes.
Okay, time to back it down a notch.
Just a
or
little.
two.
Yes, exactly. All right, this next story is actually close to home for us. Literally.
Oh, interesting.
Literally.
All right.
A suburban New York family is seeking snow donations to help its 14-foot snowman last until spring, and some cold weather would help too. Newsday, our local paper, reports that members of the Frigo family of Massapequa Park wrapped their indomitable snowman tightly in plastic before heavy rain hit on Monday. Then 51-year-old Mike Frigo climbed a ladder and planted a beach umbrella on its head. Frigo says the snowman survived the rain but is looking a little thinner. The Frigos crowdsourced their snowman last year by soliciting contributions of snow through Facebook. Frigo says donated snow helped keep the snowman standing until April 20th. The family plans to rely on snow donations this year as well. Frigo says so many people enjoy the snowman that it makes it worthwhile. How the heck are you going to get snow on this snowman without it melting? Where are you going to get this snow? Are you just going to go to some parking lot and pick up the black snow that's still sitting there?
Got to ship it in is what you got to do. You got to bring it in from upstate or someplace else where it's snowing. Hence the snow donations.
But how do you get it there before it melts?
Put it in a truck.
What, a snow truck?
Well, you put it in the back of a pickup truck and go.
Gun it! I want to go to their house with a big old shovel and knock it down.
You can always dry ice it and UPS it over to them or something. I don't know.
Nope, big old shovel, knock it down.
Sounds like it's a lot of work. Somebody's got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this seems like a good time as any. So why don't we take a minute and check in with Joe from the 505 on Race Report and see what he's got going on.
Sounds good.
Hi, this is Joe Larson from the 505 on Racing Show at Inravio TV. If you missed last week's show, you missed our discussion about New Smyrna Speedway, the results, and the lower car counts. We also talked about Bronson Speedway in Florida and how Bronson kicked off Speed Weeks for the Tour-type modifieds. We reviewed the results from the Can-Am duels from Daytona and how qualifying is done for the Daytona 500. We talked about Brett Hearn and his winning efforts in the Dirt Car Nationals at Volusia County Speedway in Barboursville, Florida. We talked about how NASCAR drafting rules for the Xfinity Series are confusing to the drivers with no more tandem drafting, more of a hit and release type of bump draft. We had the Camping World Truck Series results as well as the Xfinity Series results from Daytona International Speedway. We spoke with John Farino, crew member of the winning Daytona 500 car driven by Denny Hamlin. We also discussed Hamlin's crew chief, Mike Wheeler, and his humble beginnings at Riverhead Raceway here on Long Island. Tune in Monday night at 7 p.m. at www.inravio.com for the 505 on Racing Show, where we will talk about Atlanta's results as well as the results from Trenton, New Jersey, where the TQs will be racing indoors. And please check out all our other shows on the Inravio TV network. We'll see you Monday night.
Thanks, Joe. It's good to see our local race guys, actually kicking some butt and making things happen. It's real nice.
Absolutely.
And I was kind of, the 500 was, not a lot of super racing. It's restrictor plate racing, so there's a lot of drafting and things like that, but kind of like them to be able to mix it up a little bit more. So I'm not sure what they need to do with the cars, but they did a good job. And you know what? No big wrecks, nobody got hurt. That's important. It's always a great day.
Well, there were
Great day
definitely
racing.
some wrecks.
Yeah, but not,
Nobody got hurt.
That's
Absolutely.
important. That's, Speed Weeks, there's a lot of racing going on, a lot of people, racing in different divisions and things like that. Nobody got seriously hurt, so
Absolutely.
it's all good.
All right, so how about we take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll find out what's going on in the area from Rick Eberly, what's going on in politics, an amazing job offer, and so much more.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
It's always been important to us to have music a part of our lives, part of our children's lives. At Village Music Shop, Bonnie and Chuck have not only made it possible for our kids to learn and understand and read music and enjoy playing a musical instrument, but they've also made it fun.
I really like coming here. I like coming to Village Music because everybody here is nice.
And they've inspired some creativity and imagination and taught them discipline. And along the way, they've gotten some self-confidence, really been like a part of our family.
Welcome back. So you said something about a nice story.
Yes, I did.
Why don't we talk about that before we go back to the stupid news and all the wackos in the world?
Sounds good to me. So the owners of a New York State farm said a baby bunny whose back legs were paralyzed by a bite from a larger rabbit is mobile again thanks to a mini skateboard. Jason and Sonia Ambrosino, who raise rabbits on their Overlook Acres farm in Amsterdam, New York, said they discovered the baby rabbit freezing and suffering from a bite wound outside of his nest box. They brought the baby bunny into their home, and he soon regained mobility when a friend strapped him to a $1 miniature skateboard. The rabbit has now been dubbed Wheels, and the Ambrosinos decided to keep him inside their home as their pet. The couple said they are now hoping to publish a children's book about Wheels' life. He
Wow.
is so adorable.
Yeah, wow.
Little
Awesome.
teeny thing. I'm guessing the skateboard must be one of those little like finger ones.
Figure
Yeah, the
skateboards?
fingers that the kids used to play with.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've got him in like a little sock and strapped to it.
Strapped to
he
it,
is
yeah.
so cute. There was a video that I was watching, and he's just walking around with this little skateboard. He's so cute.
Wow.
I want a crippled bunny.
I think a children's book would be very nice. I think that's a very,
Absolutely.
very nice thing to do. Wow.
It's adorable.
Heartwarming story.
Aww.
Well, here's one for you. This will warm your heart a little bit and some of your other parts. ASB Bank has taken customer service to extreme lengths by sexually propositioning a customer via its social Twitter account after she tweeted to say, "Thanks for good service." Auckland Legal Services worker Grace Hall tweeted the ASB New Zealand's fourth largest bank to say, "You have some of the loveliest staff ever." In the exchange of jokey tweets that followed, the bank asked, "Netflix and chill forever? Or are we moving too fast?" Apparently, Netflix and chill is widely understood to mean watching TV while having sex. But an ASB spokesman said that the social media staffer operating the Twitter account didn't realize the phrase had a sexual double meaning. The 24-year-old said she found the exchange pretty hilarious and felt embarrassed on the bank's behalf for having tried to be cool and failed. And at first assumed the tweet had been written by an older staff member who didn't realize what they were saying.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it either. At the same token, I'm guessing we've got to be careful in what we say.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know there's double meanings
Oh,
to
you
everything.
didn't know about Netflix and chill?
Well, honestly, no.
Oh, I knew about that one.
Did you?
Yeah. But actually, I didn't know about it. I haven't known about it for a long time. I have no idea
And
how
who
long.
used it on you?
Nobody, no. But I don't remember how I heard about it.
There you go.
But I did hear
Bum, bum,
about
bum.
it. It was relatively recently, so I'm sure it's been around for a long time, and I had no idea what they were talking about. But I'm not buying that he didn't know what he was saying, because the statement was Netflix and chill forever, or are we going too fast? You don't put the clarifier in there
Yeah.
if you don't know what you're saying.
Right.
So, not buying it that he didn't know.
Even
That's all I'm
better.
saying.
Was it a guy or a girl?
Oh, it was definitely a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a guy, and he was actually in her age group. I didn't get those pictures, but I mean, he was a nice-looking guy. She's a nice-looking girl. There's no reason why they couldn't get together.
Just not on a bank website.
Exactly. Exactly.
When you come in to do your next deposit,
Yeah.
when you come in for an next withdrawal, I got a deposit for you.
Oh, ew. Ew.
It's got double meanings. It
I
means we're going to
know.
go out for coffee afterwards.
Oh, really?
You didn't know that? So you're not as sharp as you think you are.
Okay. Well, this one's kind of gross because, you had to put one in there.
Oh, you gotta.
Absolutely. So,
It happens, you gotta stick it in.
yes.
We don't make this stuff up, by the way.
No, you can't.
The world does this for us.
Yes. So, Georgetown police say a woman arrested after a traffic stop tried to hide 32 grams of meth in her vagina. According to the arrest affidavit, Cassandra Nicole Christie is charged with manufactured delivery of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. A traffic stop was initiated when an officer on parole saw the 37-year-old make a wide right turn. Christie was acting nervous, so the officer asked for consent to search the vehicle, which she initially refused. But she did admit to having a meth pipe in her purse, which she said was not hers. Then she agreed to a search of the vehicle, and officers found a bag of meth in the driver's side door that weighed approximately 4 grams. Christie was placed in custody and taken to the Williamson County Jail, where staff found a large bag inside her vagina. Inside the bag was 32 grams of meth. Now, 32 grams, in case you don't know, and I had to look it up myself because I'm like, how much is that? It sounds like a lot. It's not a ton, but it is kind of a lot. 32 grams is actually equal to a little over an ounce. Okay, and an ounce, if you don't really know how much space that takes up, a bottle of nail polish, which is about yay big, is a half ounce. So she had the equivalent of 2 bottles of nail polish shoved up her hoo-ha.
Okay. Somebody put it in a sandwich bag and said, hello.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess what are you going to do?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, when you think about it, it's really not that much. I mean, it is a lot, but it's not that much because, well, a bottle of nail polish isn't really all that big. And when you think about what it's actually,
Yeah, it really doesn't seem
what
like it's that
normally
big.
goes in there and how big that normally is.
Yeah, the bottle itself, I mean, the top is different.
Well, yeah,
so-
no, not the top part.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
interesting. Not something I would try anyway.
No. Normal things in there, that's it.
Yeah, if the bag broke, I mean, I'm sure that would have been...
She'd die.
Yeah, it would have been the end of that.
Yes.
Well, we want to go to this week and next week, don't we?
Absolutely, I think we should.
And see what Rick Eberly has for us?
Good afternoon once again, everybody. This is your man, Rick Eberly, back yet again to give you the lowdown on the hottest New York events happening this week. But you already knew that. I mean, the average American uses the internet for only directions, help on homework, and for watching This Week and Next Week right here on Inravio.com. So let's get to it. First up is an amazing show by legendary Styx frontman Dennis DeYoung tomorrow at the Paramount in Huntington. The timeless singer will be performing all your favorite Styx tunes, as well as some of his own personal pieces of musical awesomeness. The show starts at 8 p.m. and tickets start at just $60. Hurry though, seriously? There's only so many seats left, and this will be a sold-out show by tomorrow. That's a money-back guarantee from Styx, not me. Next, this Friday is going to be incredible. Yes, I know you don't have any plans. Shoot, I'm giving you them right now. This Friday you'll be at the Space in Westbury for a super special performance by a band labeled the world's greatest party band. Yes, I'm talking about the one, the only, B-52s, Love Shack, Rock Lobster, Dance This Mess Around. I could literally go on for a couple minutes, naming songs that they've made that you love. Anyway, general admission is just a measly $55. That's $55 for the greatest party band ever. Not freaking bad. Anyway, doors open at 7 p.m. and the show starts at 8. Tickets are going quick though. I mean, come on. Rock Lobster? Finally, maybe you'd rather spend your Friday bobbing your head to something a little bit more contemporary. Well, then you'll want to be at Webster Hall for an epic show by new age electronic funk prodigies, the Floozies, as they wreak havoc in New York City. They'll also be joined by Russ Liquid and Sun Squabby. So get ready for some serious funk, like seriously serious funk. Show kicks off at 10 p.m. and tickets are just $20. That's $20 for a guaranteed awesome night or your money back. Once again, not my money, but somebody's. Well, that wraps it up for this week, but be sure you're following @InRavio on Twitter, liking our posts at facebook.com/InRavioWeekly, and visiting InRavio.com to check out our other awesome content. Also, be sure you're following me over at RickEberly.com and @RickEberly on all the socials. And as always, This Week and Next Week is brought to you by the Village Music Shop in Massac, New York, the one-stop shop for all musical lessons and equipment.
Thanks, Rick. It's good to have you back. He was out in California for Grammy Week and was really busy over there, doing what Rick does. He's, PR person.
Absolutely.
Extraordinaire, if you will.
Mm-hmm. All right, so how about one more before we take a quick break?
One more?
One
All right, let's do it.
more.
What do you got?
Okay.
Something good?
Something good.
Let's hear it.
Dr. Alan Kenny is offering a fellow doctor a $267,000 annual salary, 3 months of vacation, and a half share of his New Zealand practice. And with 6,000 patients, his business in rural Tokoroa is booming to the point where Kenny can't take time off. But no one wants a job. He hasn't received an application in 4 months. The problem? No one wants to ply their craft in the middle of nowhere where social life is limited, the Wi-Fi stinks, and as he says, people perceive jobs to be dead-end ventures. Tokoroa is described as the city that almost was, with an unemployment rate of 22%, and where going to the market in your PJs is secretly accepted. Kenny's typical day does sound like a grind. He says that on a recent workday, he punched in from 8:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. without lunch, seeing 143 patients. The New Zealand doctor, he's, the only other doctor in the office is his daughter. And the median income is about $11,500 a year and offers inexpensive housing. So he's still hoping for a taker for this job. And I'm thinking it's a good one. Really, when you think about it.
It sounds like it's pretty good. I mean, it might not be a lot going on out there, but it seems like, for a doctor who needs a job.
Absolutely. You're a brand new doctor. You've got, I don't even know how much money in
student loans.
Go to New Zealand, which is gorgeous.
But not this town.
Well, no, I mean, New Zealand, the country is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Go to New Zealand, get this job, $267,000 a year, 3 months vacation, and a single lady working in the office as a doctor, maybe, maybe a little fun while you're there. Pay off your student loans in a couple years, get some experience, and then go wherever you want to be.
That might be the only single lady in the whole town.
So?
And she might look like Ernest Borgnine. You don't know.
It's New Zealand. And she's
What does that mean?
well, he's from Australia, and supposedly Australian girls are kind of cute. And New Zealand girls are kind of cute.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
they're
there's
all
only
blondes.
one. What happens if you guys don't hit it off?
You don't have to stay. You're there for a couple of years, pay off your student loans, and you're out. You bounce. If I were a doctor, I would take that job in an instant.
Take the job anyway. What's the difference?
I'm not a doctor.
Boy, do you need to be a doctor?
Yes, of course you do. You got to be a doctor in the town.
Tell them, take 2 aspirins, call me in the morning. I mean, what are you talking about? What does the doctor really do that you can't do?
A lot.
He walks in, he sees you for like 5 seconds, or scribbles on a paper and says, here, go get this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can get away with it. All right, well, on that note, let's take a quick break. It's campaign season, and of course, that means we've got some political stories that are sure to make you smile, or at the very least, shake your head. Stay with us. We'll be back with lots more.
Hey, this is Chris Jake, and if Inravio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
For over 60 years, Hansen Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hansen Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansenCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hansen Carpet has got you covered.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
Village Music Shop of Mastic. 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Your full-service store with personalized attention, school band instrument rentals and sales, music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups, for guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
What's up, guys? We're Scared No Fair, and we're here with Inravio. If they catch you at a show with one of these bracelets, you will win $100.
That's a lot of money.
So get a bracelet.
Do whatever it takes to get that. Hit them up online.
welcome back. So before we get into it, how about we check in with Bruce and Disco for the Glory Days 2-minute warning.
Hello again, everybody. We're Bruce and Disco from the Glory Days Show, and this is your Inravio Sports 2-minute warning.
Can you believe what is going on in the Bronx with their new ticket policy? If you haven't heard, the Yankees announced that they were banning print-at-home tickets to protect fans from buying bogus tickets from scalpers and the secondary market, specifically their nemesis, StubHub. But is that really the reason? The Yankees don't like the fact that sellers on StubHub can charge whatever they want for tickets. But it's not that they charge too much, it's that they can charge too little. The Yankees don't want people purchasing tickets for under face value. Ticketmaster is the team's official ticket resale market, and they set a price floor that ensures all tickets are priced higher than those selling on StubHub. Since the Yankees and Ticketmaster will not provide StubHub with an API feed, StubHub cannot provide its customers with a mobile interface that transfers the tickets to the customers. StubHub has the API feed with almost every other major league team, including the Mets. So if you want to get into Yankee Stadium, you need tickets issued by the Yankees or Ticketmaster on hard copy stock or on a mobile device. If you purchase tickets from StubHub, you're going to have to pick them up at the StubHub ticket office, which is located somewhere in the Bronx outside the stadium.
Guess it's better than the swamps of Jersey. Okay. You would think that might piss off more than a few Yankee fans that are looking for bargain tickets. So Yankee COO Lon Trost went on WFAN to talk about the new policy, explaining how it will protect them against bogus tickets. Instead, Trost wound up sounding like every stereotype associated with the Yankees and their elitist attitude. The problem below market at a certain point is that you buy a premium ticket in a very premium location and pay a substantial amount of money. It's not that we don't want our fans to sell it, but that fan is sitting there having paid a substantial amount of money for a ticket, and another fan picks it up for $1.50 and sits there. It's frustrating to the purchaser who spent the full amount. Oh, sure, Lonnie, old pal. You don't want a guy that paid $2,500 for a seat to sit down next to another guy who's paid $150, right? That would just be terrible and mixing haves with have-nots. But of course, Trost works for the Yankees, gets paid by the Yankees, and buys into the Yankee way. So he took it to another level. Took it up a notch, I guess. Huh? Mm-hmm. Quite frankly, the fan may be someone who's never sat in a premium location, so that is our frustration to our fan base.
I think the word you're looking for is boom. You can get the lowdown on what's happening in sports and more on the Glory Days Show with Bruce and Disco every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. here in the East, only on the Inravio TV network. This has been your Inravio Sports 2-minute warning. I'm Paul Descalfani, that's Bruce Oler, and you have been warned.
Thanks, guys.
You know, I don't understand that whole thing at all. I don't, because StubHub is not going to sell them for lower than they paid for it, obviously. So the guy who's sitting there that spent $2,500 is a fool for spending that much money when you could get it for $150.
Well, I'm not sure, but if it's anything like any of the scalpers who are outside the stadiums and concert venues and things like that, as the concert time approaches and the people don't approach him for tickets, the price gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper just because he wants to unload it and get something out of it. So, you know.
Yeah, but StubHub is not that.
No, I don't think that they are, but it's possible it can get cheaper as time goes on. And I don't know if they're buying it at a discounted rate or how they work it, but I'm sure they're making money no matter how you slice it or dice it. So.
I guess so. All right, well, let's get on to some politics.
Really?
Really?
All right.
All right, so despite his recent win in the New Hampshire Republican primary and significant lead in Nevada and South Carolina, CNN ORC polls these days, it's not hard to find people who say they will move to Canada if Donald Trump is elected president. Fortunately, for those planning to make good on this threat, Canada's Cape Breton Island is welcoming Americans with open arms, specifically in the event the billionaire businessman wins the November general election. The website Cape Breton, if Donald Trump wins, reads, "Hi Americans, Donald Trump may become the president of your country. If that happens and you decide to get the hell out of there, might I suggest moving to Cape Breton Island? Mocking Trump's attitudes towards abortion, Muslim, immigrants, and border security, the homepage goes on to say, don't wait until Donald Trump is elected president to find somewhere else to live. Start now. That way, on election day, you just hop on a bus to start your new life in Cape Breton, where women can get abortions, Muslim people can roam freely, and the only walls are holding up the roofs of our extremely affordable houses. Citing a bit of a population problem, the website insists Cape Breton Island is in need of new residents. This is not a joke. See for yourself. You belong here with us on Cape Breton Island, where healthcare is free, you know your neighbors, and they look out for you, and nobody has a handgun.
Okay, so if I'm bringing a handgun, I'm the only one packing? I love it. I just open up a window and say, let me take a couple of these guys out.
Well, I don't know. I looked at the website, and Cape Breton Island looks like a really pretty place to be.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it's a real place.
It's an island. It's got to be good.
Yeah, yeah. The only problem...
Means it floods anytime there's a hurricane. Keep going.
Well, I don't think they get hurricanes up in Canada.
No?
No, I think it's too cold.
They got to get something. Bigfoot, tsunamis, what do they get?
Yeah, Bigfoot.
They got to get something.
The
Doesn't
only
everybody get
problem with it, and this is going to sound terrible, is
Yeah.
that it's in Canada. I have nothing against Canada.
Hey,
I
what's
really
that all about, eh?
I have nothing against Canada. My problem with it being in Canada is that it gets too cold there for me.
It's fine for me. I like hockey, so let's do it.
Yeah, but it gets too cold.
Yeah, cold is.
I don't like that cold.
Yeah.
If you could find a way to keep that island a little warmer, I'm all in. Yeah, that's my only problem. I don't like it
Yeah, I
that
don't like
cold.
the cold. I'm not a cold guy. But I do like the hockey. I got to say that's hockey's a good
Yeah,
thing.
but I may take him up on it if Trump becomes president.
You
anyway.
think?
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I like about him becoming president is that it will be entertaining. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Really?
Really. I think he's a dope.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Moving right along.
Interesting. I haven't, I've been trying to stay out of it. I can't.
Yeah. No.
There's not a lot of choices going on here. Anyway, a teenager posing as a state senator toured a high school and spoke to a class. And school officials didn't realize they were fooled until weeks later. Mohawk local school district officials said that Eliza Akins of Marion, Ohio, visited the high school in December and claimed to be a lawmaker replacing another senator. They realized they'd been duped when Republican Senator David Burke of Marysville showed up to speak weeks later as scheduled. The Blade newspaper of Toledo reported that Akins said he was making a point about school security in small communities. He was charged recently with felony counts of telecommunications fraud and impersonating a peace officer. These country schools think that it can't happen to them, Akins told The Blade in a brief interview. He said he wanted to prove a point that these kinds of things can happen. They could have easily Googled me, and they didn't. School officials say Akins knew that Burke was scheduled to speak to a class in January and called to bill himself as Burke's replacement as senator and available to speak earlier. He arranged to visit December 15th, provided his real name, presented his driver's license at the school that afternoon, got a tour of the school from the principal, then he gave his presentation and left. Mohawk School Superintendent Ken Rathliff said that that's what happened. And what I can't understand here is he provided his driver's license to school officials. Didn't they look at the birth date on the driver's license to realize that he was a teenager?
Even if they didn't, because maybe you might not look at the birthday, but you're going to see in big letters across it somewhere, under 21. Because the drinking age is 21. And every license for anybody who's under 21 has big red letters, under 21. So that you don't sell alcohol to this person by mistake.
I don't get it. I mean, just hello, stupidity. You know, why would you ask him for his driver's license in the first place if you weren't going to check it or there was a question? I mean, plus a teenager, doesn't he look like he's a little young and might not be a senator
He
or something?
actually looked like a young man, but he didn't necessarily
Didn't
look
look
like
that young.
No, not
Didn't
like
look
a
like
14-year-old or something.
Not like a 14-year-old.
No. Yeah, see, he looks,
Yeah, he does look a little older.
he could be in his 20s.
Yeah,
Early
he could be in
20s.
his early 20s. Yeah, absolutely. He's a big dude for that. Yeah. Interesting.
All right, well, this is a good story. I like this one.
All right.
A Washington State woman dining out with her husband said she nearly broke a tooth on a hard object that turned out to be a $600 pearl. Lindsay Haas said she and her husband Chris were eating at the Montesino Ristorante Italiano in Issaquah when she felt the object in her mouth. Her dinner was clams and mussels with linguine and a white wine and lemon sauce. About midway through the meal, Lindsay spit out a hard object that she says appeared to be a pearl. She Googled the slightly purple-tinted pearl and found it to be a very specific kind of pearl called a quahog pearl. Montesino owners Fernando and Cindy Nardone joked their workers are keeping a closer eye out for pearls in the clams that pass through the kitchen. Cindy was also quoted as saying, "It shows we serve nothing but the best." How cool would that be? To, you're having, maybe not the
Quahog, was it Peter Griffin there? Or?
maybe not the almost breaking your tooth part of it,
Yeah.
but
Coming up with a rare pearl.
a $600
And it's
rare
only worth
pearl.
$600. Wait a minute. Let's get to that.
Well, because it was small.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why, because it was very small. But yeah, $600, for your, I don't know, $80 dinner.
There you go.
Cool.
Not bad. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's time for another quick break. So stay where you are, because when we come back, we've got a new game of fact or fiction and lots more.
The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Inravio can get your message out there, and we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Inravio.com.
It's always been important to us to have music a part of our lives, part of our children's lives. At Village Music Shop, Bonnie and Chuck have not only made it possible for our kids to learn and understand and read music and enjoy playing a musical instrument, but they've also made it fun.
I really like coming here. I like coming to Village Music because everybody here is nice.
And they've inspired some creativity and imagination and taught them discipline. And along the way, they've gotten some self-confidence, really been like a part of our family.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hey, thanks for joining us on the weekly show on the Inravio TV network. You guys are missing us? Thanks for coming back.
All right.
Now go away.
Yo.
Wait, come back.
All right, I'm in the mood for a little tech talk, so why don't we check in with Kyle from Save
All
and
right.
Continue.
I like it.
All right.
Hey, all my internet friends. This is Kyle from Save and Continue, back to give you a super quick recap of what's going down in the world of games, movies, and technology. As always, there are tons of stories circulating that we need to get to, so shut up, let's do it. First up, everyone's favorite post-apocalyptic RPG, Fallout 4, is getting a much-requested update very soon in the form of a hardcore survival mode. This new game mode will drastically alter the playstyle of the title, adding difficult new survival factors, including, but not limited to, a limited save mode requiring players to find and sleep in a bed for at least an hour in order to save their progress, more lethal combat resulting in more realistic altercations with enemies, weighted ammo that, when carried by the player, will slow their speed, a new food system requiring players to keep their characters hydrated and fed in order to survive, and much, much more. However, this isn't the first time we've seen an intense survival mode in Fallout. The franchise's previous title, Fallout New Vegas, received its own unofficial but nonetheless well-received survival mode thanks to the modding community. Still, it'll be exciting to see what an officially licensed version will have to offer. Next up, Pacific Rim 2 is confirmed. The sequel to the 2013 giant robot film has been in studio limbo for years, but thanks to support from Legendary Pictures and a massive outcry by fans, the film is officially greenlit. Sitting in the director's chair will unfortunately not be Guillermo del Toro, whom directed the first film and is an awesome director, Pan's Labyrinth. But don't panic, because taking the reins will be Spartacus creator and the writer for the recent Daredevil Netflix show, Stephen S. DeKnight. The writer-director has proven more than competent, leaving behind an impressive resume. We'll have more info on the film as production rolls along. And finally, I really didn't want to talk about this, but I guess it should at least be acknowledged. You see, I remember the days when all you could do to someone's Facebook status was like it, or do nothing at all. I say I remember because Facebook has officially launched its new line of status reactions for Facebook. Now you not only have the option of liking someone's status, but you can now love it, haha it, yay it, wow it, sad it, and of course, angry it. What a magical time to be alive. Anyway, that about wraps it up for me, but be sure you're following @Inravio on Twitter, checking out our other awesome content at Inravio.com, and watching Save and Continue, live every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only at Inravio.com/live in the gaming channel. Have a great week, everyone. We will see you all next time.
Thanks, Kyle in a box.
Did you notice those? Did you notice the new things on Facebook?
I did not.
I did. I noticed it this morning and I love it.
Really?
Yes, I've loved a few things already, and I've ha-ha'd a couple of things already, but I haven't gotten to angry or wow.
Yeah,
or
great.
yet.
People are going to be angry at something.
Well, yeah. Well, no, the idea is something terrible. You see the video of somebody smashing a puppy or something, you can angry it now.
Bully it.
Exactly. I'm loving it.
All right.
All right.
Let's
Well,
see how it pans out.
we are running out of time. So,
So.
it is time for Fact or Fiction.
Yay! Yay!
Yeah. Uh-oh. We're doing so good, too. Okay. Story number one.
Yes.
After an undisclosed dealing with tax authorities, an impoverished Monte Carlo family is now being forced to live out the back of race cars once they raced in the prestigious Monte Carlo Grand Prix. Fact or fiction?
I hope it's fiction.
I'm going to say it's fiction. It is indeed fiction.
But it'll make a great story.
Yes, it would. It would. I don't know how you could possibly live in a race car. That would be difficult.
I like it. Go.
All right. Following the release of Beyoncé's controversial video criticizing the police, an anti-Beyoncé protest was held outside NFL's New York headquarters, attracting only 4 actual protesters. Fact or fiction?
Let's see. The protest was held outside the NFL New York headquarters.
Yes.
Only 4 people.
Only 4.
I'm going to say fact because it's very sad if that happened.
All right, let's see.
So I'm going to have to hit the anger button.
Is fiction.
Thank God. Now that we're on this story, I'm going to have to run over a whole second.
Okay.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
She's upset because the police aren't going to do security for her and protect her.
Okay.
I rode all the way to work this morning, did not see one police car following me to protect me.
Really?
Am I missing something?
Apparently you're missing your tail.
So why are the police not escorting me to work and protecting me, but my tax dollars are supposed to protect and escort her?
Well, she's got better
Wrong.
hips. She's got better hips than you. I don't know.
I beg to differ. My hips are pretty nice. I got some badunka-dunk and some junk in the trunk. I don't think my tax dollars have to protect her. She can go out and purchase whoever she's got for security.
That's true. She can
That's
pay for-
what I think.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
I agree. I agree.
You've heard it here first.
Absolutely.
Story 3.
Yep, we're done.
That's it, we're done?
We are out of time.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us on the weekly show here on the Inravio TV network for fun and to get you over that hump. Don't forget to join us every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And to check out pictures of crippled bunnies.
Well, nice stories. These
That's
are all
right.
good stories here. Good stories.
Crippled bunnies on skateboards.
It's
They're
all
adorable.
good stories. Adorable story. Very cute.
All right, well, we got to go.
So
'cause
check
we are
out all
definitely
our
out.
other weekly shows,
Oh, all the other ones, yes.
all our other awesome shows here on the Inravio TV network. Help me out here, will you?
Like us on Facebook by liking Facebook.com/Inravio Weekly. Follow us on Twitter, Inravio Weekly, and come back next week. Oh, and check out the contest page because we got lots and lots of concerts. So that's it for us. See you later. Bye.
Bye.